and organizing
Hello.
paper. Kristin, how are you?
Good. How are you, Molly?
I am doing really well. So last week we were talking about getting rid of the clutter, trying to get things back on track, and today we are going to get the systems in place to get our paper organized.
Right.
So where do we start?
So where do we start? So I think we left off with, we have our paper piles categorized out.
Yes.
So now we have all these different things, and what do we do with it? So now there are certain categories we want to organize. So your receipts, huge.
Receipts everywhere.
Like receipts, people have receipts everywhere.
Everywhere. From who knows when.
Yes, in the car, in drawers, kitchens, everywhere. So how do you contain them? There's a really easy system to contain receipts.
Okay.
I want everybody to grab a pouch or a hanging file. The system can be your choice. So whatever's going to work for you, whether it's a zip pouch, a hanging file in a drawer so they're not seen. So the system is a receipt comes in the house and you're going to file it away immediately. Take it out of your purse, take it out of the car, wherever, and file it. So now at the end of the month, you have a pouch full of receipts.
We have all these receipts.
So your credit,
from doctors, shopping, fast food, coffee,
everything, all month.
Almost.
Your credit card statement comes in.
Okay.
I want you to get your credit card statement, go through and match up your receipts to your credit card statement, attach your receipts to your credit card statement, and file the statement away.
Oh, okay.
And that's it. Real easy.
Okay.
Real easy.
What if they're not from the credit card?
So if they're not from the credit card,
if it's cash, bank statement, or
so at the end of the month, so receipts. So if it's, you're going to go through them, you're going to find ones that are cash, and at that point you're going to decide, do I want to shred them and throw them out? I'm not returning it. Or if it was food, you can get rid of it.
Okay.
Or you can file it with your credit card statement. Or you might have different credit card statements. You're going to categorize them all out and file the receipts with the corresponding credit card statement. And then this goes in the drawer in your hanging file.
Okay.
Real easy system. Contain the hard part is the maintenance.
Yeah. The hard part's in the wallet, and I think it's just putting it in the one pouch. I
Right.
like the idea of a zipper pouch or like a binder or something along those lines.
And then pull them out at the end of every month. And what's great about this is you're going to physically go through your credit card statement every month. How many of you are actually paying attention to what you're spending every month and going through that statement?
Yeah.
So that's going to help. So that's your system for receipts. Recipes. So you might have cut out articles, recipes in magazines, things like that. Real simple, put together a binder. If you have all these recipes floating around, get clear plastic and then categorize out your desserts, your dinners, things like that. So now when you're looking for a recipe, you can go to it, find it, and go about your day. So think about how many times you're rifling through a folder that just has random recipes in it.
Yeah.
You're either not looking at it or you're just wasting time trying to find what you're looking for. So get this categorized in a binder. It's a great rainy day project you can do. Categorize out all your recipes, and then you'll be able to pull it out when you want to cook that recipe, and you're good to go. So that's a great system for recipes. And then if you're on Pinterest, if you don't want to have this paper around, Pinterest is a great place to store all your recipes, categorized out by maybe desserts, holiday recipes, things like that.
And I like what you did here. Some of it you just threw them in, like, oh, these were all kind of similar. I just tossed them in, and some of them you literally just pasted.
Exactly.
You pasted on paper.
Right. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's the thing. Some people think that, oh my God, my binder needs to look perfect, and that's where people get stuck.
It's not a scrapbook.
It's not. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Just throw them in. So that's for recipes. The other binder I've created is, so you can do this for any type of category you have, whether it's beauty, whether it's makeup. You like your own Pinterest in a binder. Think about that. So many people have these articles ripped out. They see a nice hairstyle or makeup or whatever, and it gets shoved in a drawer in a folder, and then you never go to look at it again. Yeah, or it's stuffed all over the house. So I did this for working out because I used to be a personal trainer, and I'm still into working out. So what I do is, as I collect exercises, I created like a binder for different body parts, like your chest, triceps, buys, things like that. And as I've come across things, I rip them out. So when I'm planning for my workouts for that week, if I'm looking for a bicep exercise, I'm just going to go to biceps and grab my exercise and apply it to my workout for that week. But you can apply this the same way for like makeup and gardening or anything that is your hobby. Put it in a binder, categorize it out, so that way it's not stuffed in a drawer in a folder. You're going to be able to find it when you need it. All about efficiency and good systems.
And what I like about this is it's organized, it's neat.
Yep.
Makes me think of school, which I like. And you have it all categorized, easy to find.
Right.
And
I've handwritten things in here. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but when I want to go to it, I grab it and then I go about my day. no time wasted. That's what it's all about, not wasting any time.
And something that you mentioned too is like a lot of people are on Pinterest, or I mean, even that's a nice place to organize if you find a workout online. If you don't want to do the paper,
exactly,
or if you want to get away from this,
right,
think about going to the digital realm. Sometimes I see workouts online and I just I retweet it, so then I can go back on my Twitter feed and be like, oh, I really wanted to see that workout.
Exactly.
And then if I ever get to it, maybe I don't. I really like that idea.
Yeah, so this is great for the people who are still holding on to paper, which I know there's so many of you out there, which is fine because I do it too.
Yeah.
Contain it and keep it categorized. And I think we have more systems, I think, that I had.
Okay, so we had receipts, we have the magazines, bills, and...
So your bills. So aside from the credit card statements, in your keep pile from last week that we had all categorized out, you're going to see different types of bills. So now it's time to get your system together. So whether it's in a hanging file drawer, whether it's in a portable filing box, whether it's in another system that you want to use, whatever it is, contain it. It can be alphabetized, it can be categorized out by how often you grab it. So there's no right way to do it or wrong way to do it. It's just the system has to work for you. So whether you're categorizing it out alphabetically or by categories, whatever's going to work, just get that system in place in a filing drawer. So now when paper comes in, it gets sorted out as opposed to laying on the kitchen table.
Do you find that especially around this time of year, now getting ready for tax time, it's important to have all these documents in place?
Yes.
Because people are going back and saying, where were all these things I needed for my taxes?
Right, so next year when tax time comes around, if you get your systems in place now, you're going to be phenomenal next year when tax time comes around, because what I start doing is I have a folder now for anything for 2017 taxes that's coming up. So next year when 2017 taxes are due, I grab my folder and go to the accountant. That's it. I mean, it's so easy. Whereas opposed to do that aren't a little disorganized, you don't have those systems in place. Now you're running around the house, wasting time and energy looking for all that stuff. So start now categorizing everything out so it makes next year a breeze.
So what are some good, if we're thinking about paper maybe for taxes, because we're getting around, people might not be as organized, they're looking for all those documents. What are some ways to get those organized? Like maybe the healthcare stuff, you're looking for like your home ownership documents.
Yep.
What are some of those categories of paper that we can get organized?
So have a category for all your medical files, and then have a hanging file for medical, and then inside that have manila folders, maybe that are labeled EOBs, medical receipts, doctor receipts, anything that has to do with medical, but categorized out within that medical hanging file. So if your categories, so when that time comes around, you might say, where are my medical receipts? They're in that folder. I'm going to grab that and take it to the accountant.
Okay.
And same thing with home. You should have a file for your home, and within that green folder, you can have categorized out appliances or things that you upgraded your home that year. Any receipts that have to do with that, categorizing all that within the green hanging folder.
Okay, so maybe break it down when we're looking at bills and receipts, maybe break it down into that, like home, medical, miscellaneous, I don't know, like car, automobile.
You never want to do miscellaneous.
Don't do miscellaneous?
No.
Okay.
Because you know what happens to miscellaneous? Think somebody doesn't know what to do with it, so it gets stuck in the miscellaneous file. So never have a miscellaneous file. But
like
no.
Property, other property, maybe?
Yes, categorizing out anything you can. You're going to see your keep pile and see what, because everybody functions so differently, you're going to see what you have laid out, and that's how you're going to set up those hanging files according to what you have left on the table.
Do you think that having, literally a file cabinet with all these is the best way to go, or do you think miscellaneous binders, kind of like that, or all the above? Just kind of what you prefer.
Personally, I like a filing cabinet or even a portable filing box if you don't have too much. Some people they have a handle on them where you can hang lateral files in there. But definitely get them contained. Binders can be a little cumbersome, and then you're going to have all these binders all over the office. So hanging file drawer is perfect. But here's a good tip. If many people have file drawers that are overloaded right now.
Yeah.
So I want a little homework project would be this weekend, before you start making your systems, go through that filing cabinet, purge what you can, throw away or shred anything you can shred, and that way now you're starting fresh with a new system. Anything that's old taxes that you have to hang on to, archive that in a seal-type plastic bin, put it in the basement or somewhere else in the house. So now you're just working with the file cabinet within the year.
Okay.
So every year you should be purging that file cabinet, because everyone said, I can't fit another thing in my file cabinet, it's stuck.
Yeah.
So you want to purge those files and keep them in a box stored away, not with your active. And that'll prompt you to file things too, because now you know you have that empty filing box cabinet that you can file things in, and that you're not stuffing things in. So get the old out, bring in the new, and store away the things you have to keep.
And when is a good time to be able to, what are we looking at that time period of being able to shred stuff? Because that's my biggest thing. I'm like, I don't know how long to hang on to
Yeah.
Like when it comes to certain stuff, is it just okay to start shredding? Kind of depends on what it is.
It depends what it is. I always say to ask your accountant because on certain things I don't like to give out numbers, but always your taxes. I think they say 7 to 10 years taxes, but get them out of that active filing drawer.
Yeah.
As far as credit card statements, bank statements, things like that, all that stuff is online now. So if I say if your, or even your electric bills, things like that, if everything's okay, you don't have any discrepancies, I wait a year and then I shred them.
Okay.
Just because I don't need to hang on to them because there's no discrepancies and everything's online, so you can do that too.
So get out of that calendar year, shred.
Yeah,
Don't toss,
definitely.
just
yes.
shred.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Kristin, thank you so much. Next time we're going to look at some time-sensitive papers and gift cards, coupons. We're going to get into all that good stuff.
Sure, sounds good. All
So
right.
we'll